this is what I thought you might be interested in seeing. This is our stuff. It's out of the water now. This is kind of like the lower part of the Hubble. The Hubble looks kind of like a big, it has one big can on the bottom, and then it has which we call the aft shroud, and then it has some equipment bays stacked on it, and then it's kind of got a skinnier part that is the forward shell light shield, where the light comes in and gets distributed to all the instruments. And where we're going to be working is mainly in this part of it, what we call the aft shroud, where the scientific instruments are. Now, when Hubble first launched, it had a problem with its mirror, and it couldn't see in the visible light spectrum very well. A lot of the pictures came back then, it looked so clear, and everyone was kind of disappointed. But these smart guys came up with a way to fix that, and what that was is to literally put glasses on a telescope. It's called COSTAR, which is a fancy acronym for Corrective Optics Space Telescope Axial Replacement, which means space glasses, more or less. And it's just like when you can't see so well, your eyes and lens, and the light comes in and doesn't bend quite right. So you put glasses to bend the light a little bit differently. So bam, it hits your, hits your eye just the right way, so you can, gets right back in the retina, and you can see clearly. Same thing for the telescope. So now all that's been changed out, and we don't need this instrument anymore, the corrective lenses. We're going to take out this instrument, we're going to put a new one in that does science. For my first spacewalk, Mike Good and I are partnered up, and we're on we're in like the second team. Some people might say the B team, but so John and Drew will go out on days 1, 3, and 5, and Mike and I go out on days 2 and 4. So our first spacewalk is the second one on the mission. So we open these guys up. Mike does the bolts, I help him open them up, and then that gives us access to the gyroscopes. The gyros are these boxes that you see normally with the white handle. That's the easy one to get to, but the other ones that are ducked behind the star trackers are really difficult to get to. There's a lot of delicate stuff inside of here, like these star trackers. We're not allowed to touch those. And I can't even think about breathing on them. Luckily I have a face mask in front of me, so I couldn't breathe on them anyway. But I'm not allowed to touch or bump them or anything. I want to keep away from those things. You don't want to break anything inside of here, or else it's game over, and then a lot of people are really mad at you. And you can't really hide it, it'll be kind of obvious that something's not working. So you got to be really careful inside here. It's the most delicate part of the telescope, and they're putting a big oaf like me inside of it. The gyroscopes on Hubble are pretty amazing. They're able to point the telescope very accurately. And the example I'll give you is that if you were on the top of the Empire State Building in New York City and you had a laser pointer, and say I was down, you're in New York and I'm down in Washington, D.C. on the top of the Washington Monument, and I was holding a dime, you could hit that dime with the laser from the Empire State Building in New York City, and the dime is at the Washington Monument. That's how accurate it can point the telescope. Now, I consider myself extremely fortunate because we get to work with this great, not just national resource, but it's really a worldwide resource, the telescope. Getting a chance to change out its instruments and touch it and be a part of that, and then getting a chance to work on the space shuttle, because there's thousands of people working hard to make all this happen. Working a lot harder than I do, I think.